Hi, my name's Eric. I'm here with my buddy Adam.
Hello?
So we're actually starting up our first podcast here, Blank Check Podcast. So this will be pretty entertaining. This is our second go. We just got the backdrop for Father's Day. Adam got.
Yeah, for my son.
So what's our goal for this podcast here, Adam?
To reach out to the veteran community and their families and to help educate civilians that have maybe not had family members in the recent generations serve, and to see, what it is that they might want to do to choose a service, what actual service means when you do sign up.
And I completely agree with the goal. I think a lot of it has to go with educating the youth, educating people within family members that have service members, and either to be more supportive or just educating them on certain stuff we handle. You're an Air Force vet. I'm a National Guard, so I feel like we got a plethora of topics we can bring up. Where do we want to go with this podcast, in your opinion?
Well, I would like to see it go to where we're a voice for the families of the veterans themselves, and also do things to support the veteran community, both active, reserve, guard, and retirees, and just veterans themselves.
I like that. I want it to be like a community, basically where anybody and everybody can help others throughout the community, either family members, fellow vets, helping fellow vets, but a community base. I feel like that's very important. Our target audience here is anybody and everybody that's willing to listen, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree.
Viewers are definitely going to get a lot of different things out of it, in my opinion. I think hopefully it's entertaining, educational, so definitely go with that. What do you want viewers to get out of this?
To have a little fun with it, but also to get information from us, to get out to the community, because I'm hoping to not only provide some current events, but some insight into what we've done, what we've gotten out of the service, what does it mean to us, and then also having family members that have served, or having family members that they come from a family that, like, their great grandfather was in one of the wars, but then after that nobody, and the news has kind of inundated everything, giving a false spin on we're just puppets, to play for the narrative that they're trying to push out in Washington, D.C., and that's far from it. We have a responsibility as citizens to be a soldier, then not only a soldier but a citizen, and then also other things like carry that on once you get out, because it definitely will never, it makes an imprint on you, and you'll carry that out for the rest of your life, which is a good thing.
Absolutely. Do you want to tell us a little bit of your story joining the Air Force?
Yeah. Well, myself, I come from a long line of veterans on my mother's side, going all the way back to the Revolutionary War. We have actually had a member of our family in every conflict, including Vietnam. I was a Desert Stormer. I was a medic in the Air Force, and I retired out of there, which I'm very proud of. I'm the very first one to retire out of it, and being with that kind of lineage, that's something to be proud of, especially when you're the first one. My grandfather was a big influence in me. He served in WW2 and then went into Korea and was the first generation of Air Force people. And so I knew I wanted to do that. Enlisted officer, one way or the other, I was going to do it. And I pretty much had a funny feeling that I was going to do a career out of it. How long that was going to take me, I don't know. Went to school right away. Didn't really know where I was going. Running out of money. Driving cars that barely could run and whatnot. And so one day I just decided enough's enough, and I was going to go ahead and do it and let utilize the government on their end of saying, hey, we'll pay for your education or a portion of it. And I enlisted. Now, of course, I was 20, and back then in the 80s, there was quite a line of people wanting to get in. And with the Air Force, my recruiters were literally their machines, or what you call voicemail now, shut off.
Because they're just full.
They were full by the time 11:30 came, and it had been on since like the day before. And so, and the ASFAB was a little bit higher, and then I know if I had a speeding ticket,
that was a no-go?
That was a no-go. Wow. So, luckily I didn't have any of that. I went into delayed entry, which then it was 10 months. Some people did 11 months. And then I went in, and it just seemed to be a fit. Mm-hmm. It was something like I wish I actually would have done a little bit sooner, like what you did, where you went ROTC, you went straight in from high school, do the Guard Reserve thing. But I had a good career. I got a lot of good training, worked with a lot of spectacular people, and it just took my life from just like a 10, 15 degree up. So it gave me a purpose, it gave me benefits, it gave me a career, and everything like that.
Mine's definitely a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was an Air Force veteran, a huge military family, so they definitely pushed me to serve. I feel like...
Wasn't your mom's family Annapolis graduate, which is Naval Academy, for those that don't know?
So a huge push to serve and some type of aptitude, whether it's... I think my dad actually wanted me to join the Navy and become a Navy SEAL, but I like the Army better. Don't have to swim as much,
Yeah. Swim for your dinner.
Yeah. I joined at 17, my junior year of high school. I was 17, December 2015, on the 15th day. I got to remember it all the time for all the paperwork.
Yeah. Mine was March 1st.
March 1st.
Every year it's like, what? Man, this day, it's March 1st.
It's March 1st. So I enlisted between my junior and senior year of high school. So I went to basic training before my senior year, which was kind of odd coming back, going to high school. It was really interesting getting a 2-hour detention.
It was during your summer break, right?
Yeah, my summer break. So it was really interesting. Definitely grew up in a sense.
It does.
Better. Did miss out on some summer things, but the thing is becoming a man is more important than being a kid, in my opinion.
Yes.
Then I went back to school for my senior year. Worked a job at Edible Arrangements, making fruit, believe it or not. Mm-hmm. I know it's kind of odd. And then from there, I went enjoyed my summer after my senior year, working, and did a lot of fishing that year. And then from there, I went to Forward Observer School out in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. It was a blast. They literally take a week just for you to learn land navigation. So you have to be able to do land nav and able to be able to pull up on the map to call in the coordinates.
Well, tell me about when you actually, after you went to basic training. This is funny, guys. So you went to basic training, you come back, you're your senior year in school, and you go and you have your first detention after that experience.
So I never really got in trouble other than I was a smart ass.
Right.
I did.
Who isn't?
Yeah. Especially in the service, you got to use humor to get through certain stuff. Mm-hmm. But what was funny is I was working as like a manager at Edible Arrangements. So of course I'm getting texts throughout the day, and I get a text message, and so I pull out my phone while I'm sitting in some type of, I think it was government my senior year, and good looking teacher, and I get a 2-hour. She takes my phone. I'm like, are you serious? And so I go to the principal. I'm like, hey, give me my phone back. He's like, oh, I'll do it at the end of the day. I'm like, really, dude? You're just wasting your time. Like, I literally just got back from digging holes as punishment and filling sandbags, emptying out the sandbags, and then refilling them as punishment. I'm like, I'm going to go sit there and watch a movie. And I honestly thought that teacher was making a move on me because I was 18 years old at the time. It was terrible. But
trying to live the dream.
Yeah, I guess didn't get lucky. That's for sure. Just got the 2 hour and got out of work for 2 hours. Was happy with it, but it was a good time.
But that's the difference, and that's one of the things. Like what people don't understand. 9/11 changed the fabric of what the military is about, and not really what they're about, but their mission. And like you have a lot of these vets come back, and they're going to have problems adjusting because you're asking them to go somewhere else, do something you can't talk about, you can't relate to anybody other than your work partners.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come home and you're expected just to blend right back into society.
Just be that missing puzzle piece.
Right. Just like you. You went to basic training, and then you had to reintegrate, and then
it was interesting though. That senior year of school, it was something else. Just seeing what people wanted to do and just being like, really, like that's
right.
really what you're gonna do with your pastime. Seeing a kid smoke pot underneath the bleachers, I'm like,
oh yeah,
come on, man, like do something better with your life. Nothing.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with smoking weed. It's Donald Trump. I did not inhale. No, Bill Clinton. So that basically is my story. I did Army ROTC. Graduated out of Wright State with a degree in economics, minor in military science. Was number one in my class in Army ROTC, distinguished military grad. ROTC was a whole other story. I'll bring it up. Just the qualifications and stuff you have to go through to get through.
Right.
I think that'd be another great episode we could dive into. Yeah. This brings us to the culture of us. What do we want the culture of this to be? This company, our podcast, basically.
Yeah, we're going to be doing merchandise here later. We'll be putting out merchandise. Podcast is going to be called Blank Check. And that means, you veterans know that, when you join up in all shapes, meanings, is that you're signing up into your life that you're going to give. And not a lot of people take grasp of that. And that is something that, we forget that freedom is not free. And without, we are one of the few nations, if not the only, that actually have a complete volunteer source of service. We do not have a compulsory like Germany, Austria, England, places like
Israel.
that. Israel,
or
exactly.
It's mandatory.
Right. It's mandatory for male and female to serve up to 30 months, 30 or 34 months. I just recently saw a thing on that. But we're going to be doing additional podcasts on just different things. We're going to have people that we're going to interview that have done different things, special forces, went through the education process of getting scholarships, professional scholarships, nursing, doctors, things of that nature.
Along with navigating the VA, which is...
yes, we cannot forget the VA. Veterans Administration for us, right? No. It's gotten better, though. They quit killing us.
Oh, God. I know. Yeah. That's crazy. I'm not there yet. I'm still serving, right. But you're the expertise, subject matter expert, as we call it.
Yeah, things have really changed, fortunately for the better, in the last 15 years. It's been, I remember, I spent 14 years down at Fort Hood from 07 through 2020, so right around 14. And just the time that I've been away from Dayton, which I'm a native Daytonian, I have seen a great difference where it started out being, here's your appointment, it's on Tuesday, the 3rd of the month, whatever, and it's 8 o'clock. Take it or leave it. Now you go and it's like, oh, well, we have Wednesday, Friday, and morning or afternoon, that type of thing. So it's definitely gotten better. And so I do have to say that that was something that the president before, who we have now, put into act where he got rid of a lot of the people that were the rude, dead weight that shouldn't have been.
I think a lot
employed.
of it goes into being bureaucratic, a bureaucratic system. You're either waiting for somebody to die, retire, or get arrested.
Exactly.
Before the right person moves up. And it's hard to fire them unless they molest a child or something.
Right. And then even then, sometimes it's circumstantial. What did Hillary say? Prove it?
Prove it. That's terrible. I definitely want to see this be a culture with our viewers being like a brotherhood.
Yes. And sisterhood.
Yep. Along with different people we interview. I'd like to be able to interview people down the line, like 6 months later, see how they're doing. Right. I think that'd be important. That's definitely the culture we're trying to build here. How will we know we're successful with this?
Well, hopefully by comments.
Yeah.
By people that leave in the comment section. We are going to start having a website. I'm going to be putting, like on the video, we'll put some current events, a few things. And we're going to try not to take too much of your time every time. And see how it goes with that. And then also, what's upcoming, what you would like to see. Would you like to see more of us, more of somebody that has done something specific that you would like to see that maybe you're interested in? Because there are a lot of people, and I met a lot in Texas where, again, they didn't know anything about the military and they're struggling and they're trying to go through and finish school or whatever. And then I'm like, well, have you ever thought about the military? Well, what do you mean? Do I have to enlist? I said, well, it's not necessarily like that. I said, there's going to be a commitment, but you're going to get to your goal. And I said, you really have to make a decision. Would you rather finish it on your own, have this big bill, and find a way to pay it off? Or have it paid off, and while you're paying back your time, you're gaining experience, you're living your life, married or whatever, and you're getting other benefits of that, plus towards a retirement, in which in this day and age, there is not a lot of places that give a lot of retirements.
No, pensions are going away.
Right. Exactly.
I think definitely another topic we need to do sometime is what did we get out of the military? I kind of want to keep this segment of our podcast today short.
Right.
What did you say you got out of the military?
It's a lot. A lot of things. I got an education. I only spent $5,000 on the 12 years I went, and I don't think I would have gotten it otherwise. I have a great base for the rest of my life to live off of. Unfortunately, I was hurt, but I could have been working at McDonald's. I could have been working at somewhere else and had to deal with just a workers' compensation system and been a lot worse off. But God has been great, and we are Christian, and so so that's kind of
for
the
me,
net of it.
Work ethic, education, your attitude in life definitely changes for the better. How you view things is very beneficial. A lot of dark humor, both you and I.
Oh yeah,
very dark. Laughter.
You'll find that out, guys.
Laughter is a cure. I've learned to come and realize that in life. Laughter definitely is a cure for a lot of issues we deal with.
Right.
Definitely got my bachelor's. I got my bachelor's through it.
Right. Yeah, we're both Wright State graduates from the business school.
I think another thing people don't realize is the friends you get out of serving. Just being able to be like, yeah, I was Army, or I served in the Air Force. And we just clicked right then and there, anybody and everybody, depending on their type of service.
We tend to it's like positive and negative ends of a magnet. You can have us in the separate ends of the room, and for whatever reason, there'll be 50 people in the room and like 5 vets, and then all of a sudden you'll see these 5 people
talking about their life, their experience.
Yeah, and it's like, it
just makes sense. So definitely leave comments for us. We'd love to hear different topics you guys want brought up, different opinions. Be opinionated on our YouTube channel. Give us pointers. I don't care. Hate comments. I love them.
Give us comments on how much you love the background or you don't.
Yeah.
But if you don't, you shouldn't be watching this anyway.
You got anything else you want to bring up today? Current events?
Yeah, we got a couple current events. About 8 days ago, and this is June 2023. As everybody knows, COLA is just for the cost of living increase for people that get government payments, whether it's retirement, SSD, SSI, SS, whatever, and then also VA compensation. It used to be just for, in general, but now we, as veterans, they signed the act where we have the guarantee that we're going to get the same thing. It was always kind of just given.
It was one of those things.
And one of those applied things. But, that's also going to change things as far as how they're going to calculate it. Because how they had been calculating it, and I learned this new, was that it was all based off what a person that's 65 or older would be spending their money on. Well, if you're a veteran, and especially a VA compensated one, you only have to serve 9 months or 90 days, and you're then able to get compensation. So if you're going through basic training, you go to tech school, and you get hurt during that time, and you get those, well, you're only 18, 17, whatever. And from there on, and your spending is going to be different because you're going to be medical stuff, whatever, and then you're going to have kids,
guns,
and things like that. And guns, yeah. That just kind of, that kind of goes once you're, in a veteran, But you don't always have, you don't always have to carry a gun or be working with a gun in the military. There's a lot of jobs out there that you don't have to. So if that's one of your concerns, that's just what it is.
So I got a current event for you. I'm totally blindsiding Adam, and I hate to do this to him. So he's an Air Force vet. We love to give different service members a hard time. Mm-hmm. So I'm pulling this up off of...
he's talking about the Chair Force.
Yep, military.com. The title of this is Ex-Airman Asked 93 Women to Marry Him to Get More Benefits, Feds Say.
We're not all smart.
No. Basically, the military, if you married or you have more kids, you get more money. And this guy definitely tried to take advantage of the system.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Yeah. That's my current event. I totally wanted to blindside Adam just to get a laugh out of him. Man. He gets beat up for being an Air Force guy.
Yeah. But we'll give you the reservation from the deity of your choosing to put a warhead on your forehead.
There you go. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Well, thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks very much. I hope you're going to tune in and enjoy, and hopefully there'll be good, great things to come.
Thank you so much. Oh, we're good. We can edit all that stuff out.